Yeah.
Okay, we'll let Julian have the first shot. Starts here. Oh, come on!
Julian, go!
Oh no!
You freaking cheater. What the frick? Oh, dang!
All right, I just had a fun little basketball game with the friends. Now I'm headed up the mountain for a brand new hike that I've never done before. Should be a little more business oriented today. We'll see if we can have some fun. See ya. Hey, welcome to Mount Jumbo. This mountain behind me is a good one. I haven't hiked in a really long time, and so there's supposed to be a trail that goes all the way up and over, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. This is Missoula right behind me, so I just wanted to set the stage for you real quick. Today we're going to be talking a lot about the business deals that have been happening for me. I'm not sure, I signed an NDA, so I'm not sure exactly how much I can tell you, but I'm going to walk you through the basics of what's happened for me, how I am getting some very exciting things to come my way lately, and why I can go do these hikes whenever I want right now. I don't have to follow a schedule. I don't have to be at a certain amount of hours at another place working for someone else. I work in my own business and I do what makes me feel good, which is an incredible thing. I'm going to share with you how I'm doing that right now and some very exciting things coming down the pipeline. So let's get this hike started. Okay, here we are halfway up the mountain. And I want to take this moment to talk to you a little bit about something I've been thinking about a lot lately, and I know a lot of people that follow me on Instagram are very curious about it, and I figure that you might be interested in it as well. There's this thing called entrepreneurship. And this is a crazy story for me to tell real quick, so let me start on what's made me think of this. I just got the final draft book, or the first proof, the final proof, back for my book that I turned in to my publishers. It was a book about hitchhiking across the United States of America, which was an incredible experience. I don't really recommend anybody do it, but it was phenomenal. We got to meet amazing people. And there was one point, I'm rereading the proof right now, and there was one point where we came up to this underground waterfall that was in Tennessee, and I was so excited to go inside. I'd never been so thrilled to do anything in my life. We just walked like 15 miles. Our legs were shredded. It's a little windy right now, but our legs were shredded. We were so tired. Me and my partner Joey, and we come up to this underwater cave, and I saw there was $75 to go inside. And it was one of the worst experiences of my life. This is about 2.5 years ago now. One of the worst experiences of my life, because I was so helpless. I hated the feeling of being able to spend so much effort to actually get somewhere and then not have the money to actually go in, because I had to save that money for my own food. And it was this thing, it was like heart-wrenching for me that I just didn't have any money to be able to do the things I wanted. So ever since that day, I said, I never want to go to a place again where I have to show up and I have to really think about my budget. I want to be able to walk into the grocery store or walk into a restaurant and just point at what I want on the menu instead of looking at all the prices first. I want to be able to go to an amusement park and be able to ride whatever ride I want, to get the fast pass, to go to the front of the lines. This is the fun stuff that I think everybody really wants to do. So I made a decision on that day while I was hitchhiking that I would never have the experience again where I would show up somewhere. One day I would show up somewhere and I'd be able to do whatever I wanted. And that's what pushed me on this long trail of entrepreneurship. And there's some very exciting things that are going on right now. However, it is getting very cold. You can see the rain starting to come in across the horizon. And I'm up here shirtless, so it's gonna be very cold. I'm gonna keep moving. When I warm up a little bit, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna tell you about what I've done to start my own online business, which has been just such an experience in itself. A lot of really good people I've met. So let's get moving, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. All right, so I made it to the top. I'm not sure you can hear me. I made it to the top, but it's a little windy right now. It's starting to hail just a little bit. So I'm gonna get back to the trees, catch up with you there. You guys can see how beautiful this place is right now. This is awesome. Woo! Oh, it is so cold outside. Now, I just made it to the summit of the mountain right there. I was gonna film it up there, but it's a little windy up here. The wind is blowing cold. It's starting to rain. It's starting to hail a little bit. The crows are looking at me like they want to eat me if I get too cold and freeze to death up here. All right, but it is seriously cold. So I'm gonna stray a little bit away from the business topic right now because I can't think straight on all of this. But what I can tell you, something that's been phenomenal, is if you can look out here and see how pretty this is. The mist hanging on the mountains, the crows and ravens in the trees, all these little flowers that are out, and then that wind is singing the song as it rustles through the trees. All this stuff is what has been my #1 motivation to make money online. There was that experience I had at the waterfall that was really heartbreaking for me, because I knew if I couldn't afford to just go inside that waterfall, that I wasn't going to be able to afford to protect places like this at any time soon. So my biggest motivation has been making enough money where I can make a difference and preserve places like this. And one of the biggest game changers for me has been when I was hitchhiking, when I was a little kid, when I was doing anything, when I go on these hikes today, I always spend time looking out at places like this and thinking about how fantastic my future is going to be, visualizing what's going to happen, visualizing the amount of money coming into my bank account that's going to allow me to protect vast places of wilderness like this. It's going to allow me to connect people to nature. It's going to allow people to come out and suffer in the way I've suffered. That it makes you enjoy life all that much more. Because when you're cold, like I am right now, it's going to get a lot colder as this trip goes on. The rain is still coming in. I'm not sure if the storm will miss me or not, but this is going to be a very cold trip, and I still got about a 2.5 mile jog back to the car when I'm done. But either way, when you feel this pain, when you understand that just that little bit of a discomfort, because we're usually so comfortable all the time, you start to really take notice of what's important to you in your life. And this has been one of the things that has been just so phenomenal and so important for me, to be able to make this change in a place like this. So I'm going to sit here for probably about 10 minutes. If there's one thing that you get from this video, I encourage you to go out to a place that you love, sit down for about 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, and just visualize what your future is going to look like, what you actually want, how it's going to happen, what it's going to feel like, what it's going to taste like, what it's going to sound like, what it's going to smell like. Are you going to be able to hold it in your hands? Is it going to be that trophy? Whatever that future of yours is going to be, I encourage you to live it out in here so you can live it out in real life one day. All right, I'll catch up with you soon. Whoa, I wanted you guys to check out this forest. This is epic right here. Oh my gosh. Oh, feel that wind. These little walks in the woods are what keep me sane, everybody. If you've ever been out here, oh, check it out. There's crows that are landed over here. It might mean something's dead. Let's check it out. Ooh, check out what they were after. I don't know if this is all crows' work here, but what they're doing is, here's one right there. What they're doing is they're tearing apart that log and looking for the little maggots and stuff inside. And they don't seem to be particularly thrilled that I just kicked them out. So let's keep moving. Check out the view. sure how much of this you can hear, so I'm gonna crouch down a little bit. I filmed a lot of videos up here today. This has been a pretty good hike. I don't know what you're gonna see. Some of them were on business, some of them were on other things. I just like being outside and how much I love it. But what I'm gonna do is, because it's getting pretty cold up here, I'm just gonna try to take the fastest route down. And I really love taking routes that nobody else has taken before. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna show you guys a little bit of what it's like to go on a hike with Jake. This is totally just an adventure with Jake. You guys can check out how pretty Montana is. If you want me to talk about certain subjects, leave them in the comments below and I'll make sure to check those out. But this is really, really cool. This is a perfect day to do it. It's just enough of a challenge to like get your blood running ice cold. Actually, I was gonna say get your blood pumping, but it's cold outside. The perfect thing that makes you a little tougher every single day. One of my friends, Kate McCambie, challenged me not that long ago, and McCamblie, I think. She'll get mad at me if I say her name wrong, but she challenged me to just get disciplined, make sure I go work out every day. So this is my working out. This is being disciplined. This is reminding you that you're tough. So I recommend that you get out and try stuff like this. I'm gonna time lapse a little bit, take you down the fast part of the mountain. We're gonna see how long the trip is back to the car. One last look at the view, and let's get it. Check it out, the sun is back, baby. Let's go. We got a hillside full of flowers. Only fallen like 8 times. Woo! Let's go. Just want to show you guys how chill deer are in Montana real quick. Look at him. Hi, pal. It's okay. Go ahead. I know. I'm standing right in your way. I won't do anything though. Ooh, you like cottonwood trees. Look, there's another one right there. All right. Well, good talk, pal. I'm gonna continue my jog. Hey, okay, so that's gonna finish the whole day of traveling through those mountains there. I'm gonna do a few pull-ups here, but I'm still trying to get good at this YouTube content creation thing, guys. So I don't know how long it's gonna be until I start getting really good at this, but I do know that I need feedback from you. So this is something that actually brings value and joy to your life. Because I'm a fairly new YouTube content creator. I don't know what's gonna be good for some people, what's gonna be bad for others. But the goal of all of this is to create something that you really enjoy watching and I really enjoy doing. So leave me comments below if you want to see anything else from here. What I think I'm gonna do, my new kind of content idea, is that I'm just going to be doing one lesson or one story that's been happening in my life. In the intro of the video, do some time lapses as we go through this whole adventure, interspersed with a few 30-40 second little splurges where we see something cool, where we see an elk, or we're tracking something, or we see some tracks around. I just want to take you guys on these adventures because places like this up in the mountains are really epic. And right now I'm in a playground. And it's kind of funny how it turns around like that. But I'm gonna go home. That's gonna do it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll talk to you very soon.